You're listening to the Gilbert King Elisa Show.
Okay, so this video is about a man drowning and a group of teenagers refusing to help him. I'm just going to jump right into the video. This was picked up by CBS as well as a few New York Newsday, USA Today, and here it is. The video of the man drowning.
Yes, get in the water.
Yeah, he just got in
and started swimming.
You
junkie. The rest of the day.
Get out the water, you gonna die.
Look at that gator coming towards you, man.
Buddy,
we not finna help y'all. You
finna got in. Bro, drowning, what the heck?
Ain't nobody finna help you, you dumb. Enough got in there.
Yeah, buddy off that 40.
Hell yeah, Brian, he knocked the 40.
Yeah, where he at? Hey, buddy off that
85.
What made him buddy got in with all his clothes on? He put his head under, buddy. Wow.
Am I seeing? What the? Bro, bro, something killing him, bro. Like, we finna, like, if y'all finna stick right here and still, yeah.
You can say it loud, man. Man, bro, you scared to see a dead person?
Hell no, I ain't scared to see no dead person. Y'all don't understand. Yeah. Shit never got in there.
Oh, he just died.
Bro, what, bro?
Oh, she died. Hey, bro. You laughing.
Y'all laughing. Y'all finna go.
Hey, say, buddy, he dead. Oh.
Come on, bro. This is
no, bro, stay here. Where's that? Buddy been under there for a while now. He ain't coming back up. Let's slide. No, bro, we that smart.
Why not, bro? You see what I'm talking about?
You can't roll. Dang. Where he at? Buddy not coming back up.
So
we gotta call Troll to come find his body.
Hell no, you calling Troll. Finna jump this stick and go boom. That is not.
Dang.
Damn, Bird just died though. Like thinking about it.
Damn.
We just saw Birdie die. We couldn't help with that. We didn't even try to help.
Could have helped him. Yeah, go help him, Barry. Go help him.
No, baby.
This man ain't getting back up. Yeah, he did. Where'd he go? R.I.P. R.I.P.
Well, bro, pop up over here where we at.
I'm sliding. Run, man.
Oh, is you ever gonna hit the blunt?
Hold on, buddy.
Yeah, let me hit that bitch.
That bitch. What the? Buddy not coming back up for real.
And where the lighter at? Y'all keep got the lighter.
Okay. So that was the video, and there you heard the teens talking about what he did wrong, what he shouldn't be doing, what could he be under, what kind of substance he could be under. You heard them laughing, you heard them call him names. The only thing that you did not hear them do was call for help of any kind, for any reason. They had the reason, but they just chose not to get any help. The man who drowned was Jamel Dunn. He was 32 years old, and he was from Cocoa, Florida, and this was a pond that's part of a plaza in the complex that they had there. A little background information that I got online from some of the news sources like New York, the Newsday, USA Today, and a few other sources like CBS. Some say he had an argument with his girlfriend, that's alleged, or his fiance. Some reports say his girlfriend, some reports say his fiance. And what we do know is that after the last time that she saw him, he was missing for several days, and eventually he was discovered in the water, already decomposed, because he had been out there for a few days. And of course, the cause of death was drowning. As you saw, he had been in the water. As you heard some of the teens say that he just walked in there with his clothes on, and he was struggling to get out. There were reports that the teens went over there to smoke weed, so they were under the influence. Again, what we do see is that no one made an attempt to help him. Maybe, I mean, not even to call for help. So for anyone who was in the general vicinity, and obviously they had a cell phone because they recorded it, but no one was there to even call 911 or for anything. He had to be missing, come up missing for a few days before anyone even knew that he was dead. His fiance was looking for him, and I can imagine other family members were looking for him. He had children. I believe he had 2 children from what I read. And again, it's one of those things that you can say that technology is the best friend of people now, because you can see things that before were kept hidden. But unfortunately, it can also be the worst thing, especially when a time like this, where people are more concerned with being noticed and their online activities or social presence that something like this could have garnered. So any attention is good attention, even if it's something as critical and damaging as what you just saw. But no one had it inside of them to, all right, let me go and call somebody, let me see how I can help, let me see what's going on. And if they were under the influence, even then there has to be something inside of you that says, well, this man is not playing around. Especially when you're in a group, either 2 things can happen. Either you can take the lead from the strongest person in the group and just disregard anything that could make sense to you, or you can say, well, I know what's happening, but this is not what's supposed to be. Again, you heard them laughing. There were, from the voices, it appeared to be about 3 to 4 people there that could have helped, but no one really, again, it wasn't inside of them. You heard them say, get out of the water, you're going to die. You heard them say, we're not going to help your ass. You heard them say, you should have not gotten in the first place. You could hear them say something is killing him. You can hear them say he put his whole head under. You could hear them say the man ain't getting back up. You could hear them say we didn't even try to help. And you could also hear them say, are you all scared to see a dead body? So in this, you saw there were a lot of emotions here that it brought up in the local community as well as the international community, just because it's ingrained in a lot of people when you see someone that needs help to just jump in, especially when they're in the middle of a pond where help is not going to come immediately, especially when you're in a park where almost no one is there at an hour that not too many people are there, and their life is in the hand of whoever's nearby. Now, let's say the man himself, Jamal himself, was under the influence when he walked into the water, or he had gone through some kind of turmoil. This is all alleged, and this is all speculative. He decided, let me go into the water, and maybe he decided things are just too hard for me. And one thing you'll discover when you go into a situation that you don't know what the consequences are going to be is that sometimes you just might change your mind. You'll decide that this is not the best course of action. There's video online of people at on top of a bridge, or they climb into they go to the edge of a building and then they decide to jump off the ledge, and then they decide this is not as easy as I thought it was going to be, because all of a sudden everything that you are and everything that you ever will be start to come together, and you start to decide maybe things are not looking good for me in life right now, but it's better. It's going to be better than the outcome if I decide to go through with my original plan of either drowning myself or jumping off a building or taking my life through any other means. Many people decide through medication. Now, Regardless of what people might think, there are not going to be any criminal charges brought upon the teens that you see laughing and mocking Jamel in this video, because under law, you're not required to help people who are in distress, and you're also not required to get help or call 911 or anything like that. It's not against the law. Now, this video could have gone invisible. Nobody would have found out about anything that would have happened if the teens decided to keep it to themselves. But again, it wasn't important for them to help him or to try to assist him in any way, but it was important for them to put it out on social media, and that's when the authorities were able to get the video. They were able to trace it back to where it came from, and there's really nothing that they will do about it or can do about it legally because of what the law is. And this is probably one of the worst types of way to die, especially when you're in a situation like that and you don't know what you're doing. And he did have all his clothes on, and perhaps he knew how to swim, maybe he didn't know how to swim. But let's say if something else was the matter here, everything that you know about swimming may have just gone out the window. And you know, and this is something that the people that he cared about probably didn't want to see or didn't want to admit happened, especially if someone goes missing for a few days and then you realize, well, they're not just missing, they're just not coming back. And immediately you start thinking about last conversations that you had with the person. Where was the last time that you saw the person? What troubles did the person confide in me to keep to myself, or that they wanted me to help them go through? And I don't know if he'd been in trouble with the law before. There's some other pictures of him online that I decided not to put up because it doesn't pertain to this case, and it's going to give you a quicker judgment than just by having a somewhat neutral picture of him online. And I wanted to focus more on what wasn't done in this situation that could have helped him, but it wasn't the case. I just want to run through this video again, because just think about if it was someone who you cared about. I understand that he didn't mean anything to the people who were watching him drown, but they're gonna have to live with this when they get older.
Yes,
even now.
Yeah, he just got in.
And started swimming.
You
junkie.
today.
Get out the water, you gonna die.
Look at that gator coming towards you, man. But
It sounded like they said there's an alligator coming towards you, and they're yelling at him to get out the water. So maybe that's their version of helping, telling him to get out of the water. And maybe at this point they didn't really know what was happening.
Get out the water, you gonna die.
look at that gator coming towards you, man. Buddy,
We not finna help.
And you hear him at this point say help. You hear that it's a distant sound that you hear him say. He says help if you listen.
We not.
Right there, he says help. Let's rewind that again. Because he yells for help. And that's when the teen responds, we're not going to help you.
We not finna help you. You
then they got in. Coming towards you, man. Buddy,
We not finna help you. You
then they got in.
And that's the part where it starts becoming something strange, because they yell back, we're not going to help you. So they knew he needed help at that point. And they let all this time pass. Almost a minute or more, which is way too much time when you're in distress in the water. And they all decide they weren't going to do anything.
What the heck?
Ain't nobody finna help you, you dumb. Enough got in there.
We're not going to help you, you dumb bitch.
Buddy off that 40.
Hell yeah, Brian, he's off the 40.
Yeah, where he at? Hey, buddy off that
85, bitch.
What made him Buddy got in with all his clothes on?
And here they're speculating if perhaps he was drunk or perhaps he was under some substance. That 40 off that 80.
What made him get? Bet he got in with all his clothes on. He put his head under, buddy. Wow.
Am I seeing? What the? Bro, something killing him, bro. Like we finna, like if y'all finna stick right here and still, yeah.
Loud, man.
Something is killing him. Are you all going to sit here? It seems that one of the teens perhaps wasn't that high yet and said it seems like something is killing him, and are you all just going to sit here? So he knows something is wrong.
Killing him, bro. Like we finna, like if y'all finna stick right here and still, yeah. Am I seeing? What the? Bro, something killing him, bro. Like we finna, like if y'all finna stick right here and still, yeah.
And you hear the response when he says, when he asks, "Are you just going to sit here?" The other team says, "Yeah."
Dang, bro, are you scared to see a dead person?
No, I ain't scared to see no dead person.
Are you scared to see a dead person? So they're more worried that, and the other team responds, "No, I'm not scared to see a dead person." So he feels that his manhood was challenged. So now he feels that now he's gonna, if he had any inclination to help him, that just went out the window because of the peer pressure.
Am I seeing? What the? Bro, something killing him, bro. Like we finna, like if y'all finna stick right here and still, yeah.
Loud, man. Dang, bro, are you scared to see a dead person?
No, I ain't scared to see no dead person. Y'all don't understand. Yeah, shit never got in there.
Oh, he just died.
Bro, what, bro?
Holy shit, died.
No, I ain't scared to see no dead person. Y'all don't understand. Yeah, shit never got in there.
Yeah. And there you hear him yell. You hear them. You hear Jamel let out a cry, and you hear the teens just laugh and mock that he just let out a cry that would be expected of anyone that was dying or at his last breath of life.
No, I ain't scared to see no dead person. Y'all don't understand. Yeah, shit never got in there.
They find that funny.
Oh, he just died.
Bro, what, bro?
Holy shit, died. Hey, black. You laugh.
Y'all laughing. Y'all finna go.
Hey, say, buddy, he dead. Oh.
Come on, bro. This is like,
No, bro, stay here.
Here they're making fun of the way that he took his last breath. And here they still have time to, I guess it's probably too late to help him at this point. But it's more important to mock and laugh and ridicule than to actually be of assistance.
Under there for a while now.
He ain't coming back up.
Let's
slide.
Yo, but we done sliding.
why not, bro? You see what I'm talking about?
You can't roll.
Dang.
Where he at?
Buddy not coming back up.
So,
We gotta call Troll to come find his body.
hell no, you calling Troll. Finna jump this stick and go home. That is not.
Dang.
Damn, Bert just died though, like thinking about that.
Damn.
We just saw Birdie.
So they're contemplating whether they should call it in, which went from a person drowning to a person who is now dead. They're talking about calling it in, but then they decide against it. They decide against it probably because they don't want to get in trouble for smoking, or they don't want any kind of engagement with authority.
Alright, we couldn't help with that. We didn't even try to help.
Yeah, go help him, Barry. Go help him.
No, big.
This man ain't getting back up.
Yeah, he did. But he gone. R.I.P.
Dead, but look, he's on the bill.
R.I.P.
Well, bro, pop up over here where we at. I'm sliding.
Ryan, man.
Oh, is you ever gonna hit the blunt?
Hold on, baby.
Yeah, let me hit that bill.
Baby.
So now they just concerned about getting back to smoking, and forget that there's a dead person underwater now, a person who just drowned in front of them.
The buddy not coming back up for real? no, you never been late.
Yeah, go help him, Barry. Go help him.
No, baby.
This man ain't getting back up. Yeah, he did, but he gone. R.I.P.
Seems like he's dead, but he's only doing that for a couple.
R.I.P. Well, bro, pop up over here where we at. I'm sliding. Ryan, man.
On, is you ever gonna hit the blunt?
Hold on.
Yeah, go help him, Barry. Go help him.
No, baby.
This man ain't getting back up. Yeah, he did, but he gone. R.I.P.
Seems like he's dead, but he's only doing that for a couple.
R.I.P. Well, bro, pop up over here where we at. I'm sliding. Ryan, man.
On, is you ever gonna hit the blunt?
Hold on, buddy.
Yeah, let me hit that bitch.
That bitch. What the? Buddy not coming back up for real.
Down there swimming over here. And what the lighter at? Y'all keep got the lighter.
Okay, so there you saw the video, and it's the way that they're showing it in the news. And again, you would have never known that this happened or this is the way that it went down unless that these teens decided to put this on social media. I don't know what type of reaction they were trying to get, but it's almost like you have an ingrained sense of just letting everybody know everything that you're doing at every point in your life. And even if it's negative, I'm just going to put it out there. And they don't seem to have any kind of sense of remorse or any kind of moral character when it comes to what's right and what's wrong. And they're probably not the type of people that you would want in a community around you, because if they have this much lack of respect, this much lack of sense of what life is, or what what you have to do in this situation. It could have been their mother, it could have been their family member, it could have been their brother, it could have been one of them. And even in that situation, they just disregarded the fact that this person needed help. Not that one of them had to go in there and swim, take their clothes off, and then just start swimming to get to the person. No. Sometimes it's something as simple as yelling out, getting a car that's nearby to stop, and doing whatever they could to help. And again, I think we've been spoiled sometimes by having people jump in the nick of time and doing things just out of the goodness of their heart because they're being paid for, because that's their job, like a fireman or someone who works for the EMT as an EMT. But as you see here, when it comes time for a regular person, I struggle with calling them regular people, because there's a group of young people. I've seen younger people take more concern of what's happening with someone's life, or even noticing what's happening, than these kids did in this man's time of need. I also want to bring up the fact that this man felt that he needed to take his life. Let's not forget that Mr. Dunn felt that he needed to end his life, and the toxicology report is still not out to see if he was under any kind of medication or if he was intoxicated in any way. But whatever happened, whatever he had going through in his life, led him to this. It didn't look like he was pushed into this, or he had a family, he had daughters, he had children to take care of. But you never know what someone is struggling with, and we in a way, he put himself in this situation. It could have been avoided, but what's going to stand out more than anything else is not the fact that perhaps he needed help or someone to talk to or someone to understand what he was going through, or even anything in his past. What's going to stand out is that he, in his moment, his last breaths, he was surrounded by people who really didn't care. So it's almost like if he felt that people didn't care before, this confirmed it. He was surrounded by people that just didn't really care. And sometimes I've seen people that feel alone, and they feel that it doesn't matter what they do, nothing's going to make a difference. But in this case, he was in a position where everyone can see what he was going through, and they didn't want to do anything to make a difference in his life. And this is the type of thing that people are going to be talking about for a long time. I saw one of the authorities. She was lamenting that nothing could be done as far as criminal charges being pulled on the teens, and because of what they were saying mostly, and because of what they didn't do, they were inactive in a situation where they had to be active, or they should have been active. But they totally disregarded any of those cues or those cries for help. He even said help a couple of times, and they just disregarded it. And again, I don't know his backstory, what else he had going on in his life that led him to this point. But he was trying to go about this in a way that no one really found out about it, because if those boys weren't there, it looked like no one would have been there in this park, in this pond. And he was okay with just ending his life, it appears. But again, we're going to wait for the toxicology reports to come out, and perhaps I'll do an update when that comes out. So until then, whatever you're going through, hang in there. It might get a little better. It might, but it's going to take a lot of effort on your part. And just know that some people may jump in to help you. Other people are just there to watch, to laugh, and just use you as a way to get more attention on themselves. So with that being said, do your best and have a good go at it.
Been a Gilbert King Elisa production.